Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of The Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Central PA fishing report with George Costa of TCO Fly Shop. How you doing?
I'm great as always, Marvin. How are you?
As always, just trying to stay out of trouble.
Right on.
Yeah, so, you might be slightly bummed, right? You're back from the islands, and the weather's kind of crappy where you are right now. It's going to get better, though, and you're getting rain, right?
Yeah, we got a bunch of rain today. We got some last night. We're, about half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch total. So that kind of put the kibosh on this week's fishing a little bit. So a little bit of rain, bumping the water up, but it is April showers time. But before we got this rain in, fishing was pretty good. We got granums pretty much everywhere going off. Spring Creek's loaded with them. Jay's been loaded with them. Penn's Creek seen good amount of Hendricksons and blue quill, granum. So hatches are starting in earnest. Unfortunately, next couple of days we're pretty close to getting blown out. Spring might be manageable the next couple of days, but I expect Penn's and Jay to probably need till later in the weekend to actually fish again.
Got it. And so in terms of kind of, how do you like to attack the spring hatches? Do you nymph early and maybe go to soft tackles and then dries, or how do you like to do it?
Yeah, really depends on what the fish are eating. So if the fish are on the granums, a lot of guys, will mess around with the granum dries. I think fishing an emerger or swinging a wet during a granum hatch is a more effective technique. Those bugs are not on the surface of the water for that long. But if some fish are keyed in on those adults, it does pay off to fish them on top. So really, this time of year, when you get a good heavy hatch like that, it's almost a fish by fish basis. If you got a fish eating the dry, put a dry on, but you're going to have the majority of them actually eating just subsurface, eating those pupa as they get up towards the top. So be prepared and, be ready to change up whatever technique you're using to really be more effective and catch more fish out there.
Got it. And of course, with the high water, you might throw a streamer the next few days, right?
Yeah, you could definitely try streamers, with this high dirty water. A lot of the fish, though, when it gets up and dirty, they're still going to be eating them, really focusing on these bugs because, they're going to just move to the edges and sit in that soft water and focus on eating them. Streamers are still going to work for you, definitely with this cloudy, dreary weather we got here, but don't discount fishing those emergers and those nymphs and those pupa still this time of year. Even with high dirty water, the fish will still find them and they will still eat them. Yeah,
and that also is a good reminder to folks to fish where you're getting ready to step in the water before you do that, right?
Absolutely. These fish definitely on Spring Creek, they all kind of push over to the edges, and on all the streams they will, when the water's up and dirty, they're going to be right on the edges and they're not going to be out in the middle where they normally are. So fish before you get in.
Yeah, there you go. And I have a question for you, George.
Mm-hmm.
So, question is, fly selection in the spring for stocked versus wild fish.
Ooh, well, the wild one's easy answer because you definitely want to match whatever is naturally hatching. That's a match the hatch situation. Those wild fish are not going to be eating anything weird. They're going to be way more selective. They're going to want to eat what is right in front of their face at that point. They will, they'll move for something weird like a squirmy wormy if the water's up and dirty, and they'll definitely eat that, but you don't want to get too crazy. Now, the stockfish that just got dumped in there, they are a whole nother story. Those things, you can definitely use squirmy wormies. I like using little egg patterns. The first month or so after they've been in the water, they've been, raised in a hatchery. They're acclimated to eating pellets. So anything that looks like a little pellet, like a little egg, that's going to get their attention. Anything that's like a little red squiggly worm, that's going to get their attention too. So, trash flies are basically the answer for how to catch those stockfish. After a couple of weeks, they definitely, wisen up a little bit. That's when you got to start using those naturals a little more. But, you could definitely different techniques, and they're going to eat different things.
Yeah, and when in doubt, throw the rooster tail, right?
Always throw the rooster tail. Half a stick of pepperoni on a treble hook works every day, all the time.
There you go. Well, listen, folks, we love questions on the Articulate Fly. You can email them to us. You can DM us on social media. You can drop them in the comments to our social media posts, whatever's easiest for you. If we use your question, I will send you some Articulate Fly swag, and we're in a drawing for something cool from the shop at the end of the season. And George, before I let you hop and watch the rain, why don't you let folks know store location, hours, and all that kind of good stuff?
Right on. We are here, 2030 East College Avenue in State College, Pennsylvania. We're here Tuesday through Saturday, 9 till 6, Sundays 9 to 3, and on the World Wide Web at TCOflyfishing.com.
Well, there you go. Well, listen, folks, you owe it to yourself to get out there and catch a few. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, George.
Take it easy, Mark.